This time in a woman's life is the time of giving birth. Some common questions are: will I be safe? Will my baby be safe? What will happen in case of any complication? Right? Because women are like emotional, hormonal during the time of pregnancy, and she has a lot of questions, and more in the time of first pregnancy. If it is her first baby, first time giving birth, then there'll be a lot of questions, some fear that will I be safe? Will the baby be safe? What if there are complications? Okay. Now, she can easily reduce her anxiety by finding out where she can have a safe delivery. Okay. So, a very important thing is that to find out a good hospital or a primary health center, PHC, or a registered nursing home. By gathering this information beforehand, she can decide where to go at the time of delivery and also collect the things she would need at that time. Okay. Now, I have heard of cases, okay, where the no, if like for example, there was the case, okay, there was a case that I heard of that there were all the doctors and nurses in the house, okay, like a lot of like nurses were there, women, okay, 3 to 4 nurses in the same home. So they decided that they will deliver the baby at home only, okay, and they decided that, and when they did the delivery, the mother and the baby both died, okay, when they did the delivery at home. Now, why is it important to choose the right hospital and to not do the deliveries at home? Is because if there are any complications, the hospital can handle it. Right, if blood loss is there, can you bring the blood at home and put the blood immediately? No. Okay, if she has to be put on oxygen, can you do that at home immediately? No. Okay, machines and equipments, all of them are not available readily at home. Okay, so it is very important to do it, to have a delivery in the hospital only. Okay. Ancient times it was different where there wasn't hospitals and all, and people, there were women who were very efficient. Okay, so ancient times there was there that like deliveries were done at home, but for the present it is best to go to a hospital or a healthcare center, primary healthcare center, to have a delivery. Okay, because they have all the equipment and they like have the things needed for urgent care. Okay, if something happens, then also like we hear from our grandmother and all that at the time of when we were about to born, our grandmother prepared baskets, like one basket for all the essentials, one basket for all the clothes, diapers, and um, everything. Okay, one basket for mother's clothes and her essentials. So all the preparation is done, okay, beforehand, like when the delivery date is near. So before that, all the preparation for the baby is done, for the mother is also done. Okay, then this is important to do so because at the time of delivery, you cannot run around buying things. Okay, so beforehand, you need to have everything ready. Okay, then also you need to choose a good hospital beforehand. Okay, we can like talk to them beforehand also. Okay, so at the time of delivery, there you can go. By choosing to register with a doctor, she assures herself of competent medical attention at the birth of her child. Okay, means very good medical attention at the birth of the baby. It is always safer to have an institutionalized delivery, that is, in a hospital or a nursing home. Institutionalized means in a hospital or nursing home. It is very important. If a woman has not been able to get herself registered with a doctor and the healthcare center is far away, then the next best option is to call a trained midwife or TAI to the house for the delivery. Okay. Now, the people who do the delivery and take care of the baby are known as midwife or dai. If you've heard the term daima and all, okay. So that is, she's the person who helps in delivering the baby and taking care of the baby. This is if you are not able to find the hospital, if it's very far away, mostly in villages and all, when they don't have hospitals nearby. Okay, this is what it is. This is what's done. Okay, but it is like not totally safe 100%. But she has to be a trained person. She has to be somebody who has had deliveries well before. Okay, so that time. Otherwise, you know that without the hospital, without the institutions, complications may come. A trained midwife is important because she would do everything scientifically and follow the rules of cleanliness and know what to do in case of any complication. They are trained in such a way that they do know how to handle emergency situations. Then, what are the 5 rules of cleanliness? 5 rules are cleanliness is clean hands and fingernails, clean surface for delivery. Okay. Then clean hands means the person who's doing the delivery, they should have clean hands, clean surface, the place should be clean, clean bed sheets, clean all items to be used for delivery with antiseptic solution and soap. Okay, why? Because mother or baby can catch the infection. If the needles, we read before, right, in the disease chapter, that if the needles or if the equipment, the scalpel or anything is infected, then they will get infection. Okay, so all should be disinfected, cleansed with an antiseptic solution and soap. Then clean cutting of the cord with a new blade and tying with a new or fresh thread. Okay, stitches are also given to women after the delivery. So stitches with a clean thread and cutting the cord, the umbilical cord that is connected to the baby, that is cut off. So a new blade should be used to cut that off. Okay, this is all about the rules of cleanliness. Now, activities there. And if I make a list of hospitals, nursing homes, or primary healthcare center in your neighborhood, deliveries can be conducted. Make a list of things that would be required in case a delivery has to be conducted at home by a trained midwife or that. Okay. What I want you to do is, you can ask your mother, your grandparents, okay, that how was the situation at your time of delivery? Okay. How did they, what hospital did they take you to? Do you all know what hospital were you all delivered? Megan knows. Amaze or not know? What amaze? You should know. Okay.
Yeah,
Ask
I
your
will
mom.
ask.
Okay. Ask your mom where you were born, which place, what hospital you were born. Okay.
Mm,
Then, then you can ask them what preparations they made at the time of your birth. Okay. What all did you do? What all did they pack? Okay. Then you can ask them one more interesting question. What was the weather during that time? Okay. Because my time, it was raining very hard. Okay. And that was the month of October. Okay. It was 9th October and it was raining very hard. Okay. Give me 1 minute.
yep.
Give me 1 minute. Yeah. So we were talking about weather, right? Yeah. So it was around so my birthday is 9th October. So it was October and it was raining very hard when I was born. Okay. So like during the process when my mother was rushed to the hospital, when I was born, all that period it was raining. So ask your mothers, go and ask your parents, okay, how's the weather? What preparations did they make? Where were you born? Okay, how was it like during that time? So that will give you a good idea about how it is like and practically what is done. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Then comes care of the newborn baby and mother. That is called postnatal care. Okay. Natal means birth. Post means after. So postnatal means after birth care. Whether a girl or boy, a baby brings a smile of joy to everyone's face. Both boys and girls have an equal right to be born and to get love and care from their parents. Okay, you're very happy when a baby is born, right? Very happy. And both boys and girls have equal right to be born, equal right to get love and care from their parents. The human baby is one of the most vulnerable beings, totally dependent on adults for its care and survival. Okay? Because when they are born, they are very little and they do not know anything. So they are fully dependent on their parents for their care. All parents wish to have a healthy baby and will benefit if they also learn beforehand as much as they can about caring for their child. Okay, it is good if the parents learn. That is why it is said um, like for the parents, they attend sessions on parenting. Women, they read books about parenting, about caring of the baby. Okay, why do the parents do that? So that they can get all the information they can to take care of the baby well. Okay, so we have already understood the meaning of prenatal. Post means after, therefore, postnatal means after birth. While it is true that the newborn baby needs a lot of tender, loving care, it is equally true that the mother who just had a baby needs as much, if not more, looking after. She has gone through a stressful time of giving birth, and her body needs to recover its strength after giving birth. So she can also catch infections if she does not look after herself properly after delivering the baby. Okay, because mother also she needs to gain back her strength. Okay, and she also needs care like right after the baby is born. Some days to recover. Okay, all the like I said, stitches are there and all. So some time to recover and heal. Okay, so rest, like she should rest also during after giving birth to the baby. She should take care of herself well. Once the baby is born, a lot of care needs to be taken. The newborn is likely to sleep a lot. When the baby is born, it sleeps a lot. Like in the first few months, it sleeps about 16 to 18 hours. Okay, means most of the day the baby will sleep only and it will cry sometimes and needs frequent feeding. Okay. The baby takes some time to develop a pattern of sleeping and waking. First, it will just sleep, sleep, sleep. Then, when it grows up a bit, like after 3 to 4 months, you will have to develop his pattern. Some babies, they sleep the whole day and wake up the whole night. Okay. But some parents, like they set their pattern in such a way that they keep the baby up the day in the day and then they put it to sleep in the night. So then when they constantly do this, the baby gets the habit of staying up in the day and sleeping in the night. Okay. So we have to like work on its pattern, develop its pattern. Okay. Then so the first few months will be a time of adjustment for the parents and the family. Parents also need to adjust their schedule according to the baby. Sometimes they have to stay up with the baby. Okay. So like that. Some health professionals now refer to the postnatal period as the fourth trimester. Okay. Means the 3 months after birth. is the postnatal period. Through the time span of this period, though the time span of this period is definitely more than 3 months, using the term fourth trimester suggests continuity and importance of the first few months after delivery. Okay, means the importance of the first few months after delivery. So that is why fourth trimester. It will be helpful to keep the following points in mind while handling a newborn baby, who is also called a neonate. Okay, newborn baby is also called neonate, and the mother. What are the points to keep in mind? First is hygiene for the baby. Hygiene for the baby. Cleaning the newborn baby. A newborn child's skin is often wrinkled and is covered with a white cheese-like substance and some fine hair. Wipe it with clean cloth soaked in warm water. Do not scrub, as both these are protective in nature and fall off after some time. Okay. Fine hair I do not know about, but if you've seen some like skin, dried skin like thing is there on the baby, okay, it is a protective layer. Okay. And when the baby is in fluid inside the mother, these substances form on its skin. Okay. Because it is inside the mother. So over the skin, protective in the form of a protective covering, this thing takes place. The white thing if you see on the newborn baby. Okay, so that is a protective layer. Okay, that protects it inside the womb. Then it after some time it falls off. Okay, it falls off, and its skin is also wrinkled because it is like crumpled inside the mother. Okay, so its skin is also a little bit wrinkled, but it becomes normal after some time. Okay, then care of the cut cord. The developing fetus is joined in the placenta by a cord called umbilical cord. The baby is separated from the placenta by cutting the cord on its birth. Okay. Your navel is the point from where your cord was cut. Okay. From the mother's like navel, the cord is joined. Okay. No, from the baby's navel, the cord is joined to the placenta. Okay. Placenta is an organ. Like when I taught placenta means if you watched the previous lecture, when you took a leave that time? Not yet.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Um, One day you took a leave, right? Of
Yeah.
home science. Did you watch that lecture?
I did. I watched a little bit of it.
Okay. So in that I taught placenta. Okay, I taught about placenta one of those lectures, and it is an organ that develops during the period of pregnancy when the mother is about to give birth, and that is the time where that organ develops inside the woman, and that organ is also taken out at the time of delivery because its
Okay.
work is done. It provides food to the baby, food and protection to the baby. So that with the baby's navel, the placenta is connected, and from the bloodstream, the placenta takes the nutrients and um, gives it to the baby. Okay, through this umbilical cord. Okay, now a most important way to protect the freshly cut cord from infection is to keep it dry. Air must get to it to help it dry out. If the home is very clean and there are no flies, leave the cut cord uncovered. If there are flies and dust, cover the cord lightly. Okay. So a small like piece of it is still attached to the baby. It's not immediately cut, but it is cut after some time. If you've seen a newborn baby right afterwards, you'd know. Okay. So that is cut later. The whole thing is cut, but still a little portion of it is left, and that is cut a little later in the baby, at the baby's navel. Okay. For the mother, the woman must ensure that her room is kept clean, well lit, and ventilated. She must also have a bath regularly and keep the stitches clean and dry to prevent any infection. Okay, taking a bath, keeping herself clean, protecting the stitches. Immunization. What is immunity? Immunity.
Um, it's I don't know how to explain it, but it's It prevents, sicknesses and
Mm-hmm.
infections, and it's in your body.
Mm-hmm. Okay, close enough. It is the ability of our body to fight infections. Okay, the
Yeah.
ability of our body to fight and prevent infections or diseases. That is immunity. The baby needs to be immunized against preventable infectious diseases. Okay, immunized means that when the baby is very small, we cannot say that it has a very good immunity to fight all the diseases. Okay, not really, not exactly when they are born, but slowly their immunity builds up as they take like nutritious food, okay, from the mother's milk. Then when they grow up, they start eating well, okay, so that immunity builds up, okay. But at the time when they are when that immunity is not has not fully built up, so what about those injection? What about the diseases? How to prevent those diseases? Because baby's immunity will build up slowly, right? It will not be like baby is born and it will be very strong and it can fight any disease. No. Okay, when they're born, they are vulnerable. They are more prone to diseases because their immunity has not built up. So what is done is vaccines or injections are given to them in a in a gap of a few months to build immunity and to prevent any diseases. If you've seen small babies vaccine, okay, like little babies vaccine in 6 months, one vaccine is given in 6 months, and after 6 months, one vaccine is given. Why? To prevent diseases, okay, for it to have immunity, for it to prevent the diseases, keep infections away, vaccination is done. As a mother, you must find out the proper immunization schedule for your baby. Okay, immunization is this thing only. Okay, that the vaccines given to the little babies to prevent diseases is immunization. Okay, immunization. So proper schedule means that they have like a fixed time period that on this day you have to book your vaccination day, baby's vaccination day. That day you have to go. Then they'll give you a date like after 6 months, after 3 months, you have to go again for second dose. So like that it happens. Immunization is done free of cost at all government hospitals and health centers. Okay, so this is the immunization schedule of the babies. It also lists immunization schedule for a pregnant woman. Okay, now what are the vaccines and the diseases prevented are all mentioned. Okay, BCG vaccine prevents tuberculosis, okay, or TB. It is given right at birth. Oral polio vaccine, the polio drops is given to the baby. If you've seen polio drop, no, never seen polio drives happen. Okay. So this is from the government where the government nurses they take polio bags, they carry polio bags and go in colonies and they on the roadside they organize the drive.
Is it that like water thing?
Yes, small water thing.
Yeah, the one.
Okay, small tube and small water thing they give 2 drops in the little baby's mouth.
Yes.
Okay, free of cost. It is. Okay, so that is done. They go to homes. Okay, if you have a little, do you have a little baby? They ask, and then they give the drops till 14 weeks. Okay, till 14 weeks. They give if at birth at 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks. These drives are organized continuously by the government. Okay, then DPT is given for diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. Okay. You can look them up. What's diphtheria pertussis? Okay, and it is vaccine is given at 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks. So the baby hepatitis B we know. Okay, 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks. MMR is measles, mumps, and rubella. Okay, that is like a pump like thing happens in mumps and like the area swells up. Measles are like pox or something. So MMR vaccines are given for that. Then booster doses. Booster doses to build to like boost immunity. Okay, DPT plus oral polio given from babies from 16 to 24 months. That is 2 years. Okay, 16 months to 2 years. Till 2 years, they give it to babies. DPT till 5 years. Then tetanus is given at 10 years and 16 years. Vitamin A can be given when the baby is 9 months, 18 months, 24 months, 13 months, and 36 months. Okay. Today after the class or today later today, you can ask your mama that, Mama, when did you take me for vaccination or did you all take us for vaccination? Because they must have. Okay. They surely would have taken you for vaccination. Okay. So ask them how it was like. Okay. Where did they take you for vaccination? Get to know about when you were a baby. Okay. Ask questions. What you did when you were a baby. Okay. And like, what were your naughty activities that you did? Okay. How you messed things up. Okay. When did you learn how to walk and everything? Talk about it with them. Get to know. Okay. How you were like when you were a baby. Then for pregnant women, tetanus toxoid first dose is given as early as possible during pregnancy. Second dose is given 1 month after the first dose. Booster dose for pregnant women, that is immunity thing, is given within 3 years of pregnancy, like after the baby. Okay, so this is the immunization schedule. Okay, when the vaccines are given to the babies to boost their immunity, to boost their mother's immunity. Okay, this is about that. Now, look at the national immunization schedule for babies given below. Make a vaccination card for a baby in your family or neighbor and mark the dates on which the baby is taken to the healthcare center for the vaccination. You can do this. Okay, next time when you have a newborn baby, okay, you can tell the parents that that get it vaccinated. Oh, they know. Like mostly parents know. Okay, mostly parents know this thing that they need to get it vaccinated. But now you also know that how vaccination works. Okay, so you also know that how vaccination works. Even I got to know about. I knew vaccination is done, but all the time periods and what all vaccination is done for now we know. Okay. Let's try it in text question 17.3. Care of a woman during pregnancy is called dash care.
Hearing.
Yeah, during. Mm, say after pregnancy is called
Post. Natal.
post. Yes, during pregnancy can be called care for pregnant women or natal maybe. Okay, but like I don't think so natal because natal means birth. Okay.
Yeah.
So either it's pre or post or during pregnancy, care during pregnancy, you can just write. Okay. A newborn baby is likely to sleep for dash hours,
16 to 18.
16 hours. Okay. Then immunization is offered free at dash hospitals and health centers.
Local
Government.
government. Sorry.
Government hospitals and health centers. A woman should get herself immunized for dash as early as possible during pregnancy.
It's okay. Hmm.
Early. No, for
Tetanus. I think
Tetanus.
it says on the table
Yeah,
tetanus.
tetanus.
Yeah.
Tetanus toxoid. Dash and polio are given to baby at the time of birth. BPT, yeah, I think BPT. BPT or TB. Is it TB? This is exercise 17.3. BCG.
Oh,
BCG. Let's check BCG. Yeah, BCG because it's like TB and okay. TB is a disease, BCG is a vaccine. Okay, both at the time of birth because DPT is not mentioned at the time of birth. It is from 6 weeks.
yeah.
So we have BCG and oral polio. The rest are all like 6 weeks. Only BCG and oral polio are at birth, like right at birth.
Okay.
So we have BCG. List the vaccines recommended for a newborn baby under the National Immunization Schedule. State the diseases that they prevent. These are the vaccine names that you have to write down in this answer. And these are the diseases they prevent. Okay, like BCG is a vaccine, prevents TB. Polio prevents polio. Do you know what is polio disease?
I've heard of it, but I'm
I've
not
heard of
sure
it.
what it is exactly.
I'll tell you what it is exactly. Okay, I'll tell you what it is exactly. Yeah, deformity. Okay, it is a deformity in the hands or legs. Okay, that and it can cause paralysis. Okay, deformity in hands or legs, and it can cause paralysis. Okay, so that is polio. And to prevent it, like polio is one of the most like common vaccination given to all the babies. Okay, because there is a risk of polio. You can Google the images and see. Okay, they are like it's a serious condition. Okay, your hands and legs will be twisted in such a way that you'll be hardly able to move with it. Okay, twisted at weird angles. That is what polio does, deforms the hands and legs. Okay, it is a deformity. It is a disease that causes deformity. So to prevent that, polio vaccination is given till 2 years of birth. Okay. Now, now nutrition. Okay, nutrition. Again, we have nutrition. We will do nutrition tomorrow. Tomorrow, this is there, and home science test is there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So from nutrition 17.4.3, we will continue Monday. Okay. Okay. Okay, then. I'll see you in English. Bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
ma'am. Thank you.